Red markers highlight the discrepancies, glaring evidence that won't hold up in court. The house is still mine. Grandfather made sure of that. I remember his hand gripping mine in the study that last day. "Promise me you'll protect it," he'd said. He must have known Dad would try to take it. Olivia's voice breaks the memory. "Miss Martinez, your 3 o'clock is here." I gather the documents into a folder. Careful, controlled. "Give me 5 minutes," I say. "Emma, we have what we need," she whispers. "But know this, men like your father, backed into a corner, are dangerous." I nod, pursing my lips. I know. Later, in a nearly empty cafe, I meet Sophie. She's tense, knuckles white around her untouched latte. "About the forged documents?" she whispers. I lean close, voice low. "That's not why I asked you here. What else have you seen? What else have you heard?" Her face pales. "I shouldn't," she says. "I recorded this," sliding her phone across the table. An email, coded but clear enough, details accelerated timelines, buyers lined up, secondary processing already arranged. Is Uncle Jason," she whispers, and then, "check the attachment." Account numbers, shell companies, a web of transactions through Dad's projects. My chest tightens. "Delete it," I murmur, pushing the phone back. "Be careful. Don't let them know you've seen this." She nods, trembling, erasing it. I think of the house, the study filled with Grandfather's meticulous papers, the warning he left behind. There must be something hidden, something he left for me to find. That's why Dad's pushing so hard to sell it now. Sophie leans closer. "I got an anonymous email yesterday. It said there's proof in the house. Proof of everything." My mind races. Grandfather was always 3 steps ahead. He wouldn't have left me defenseless. I drive home in a blur of strategy and memory, slipping into the house through the kitchen door. The study waits upstairs, shadowed and silent. Somewhere in this room, Grandfather left his final weapon against betrayal. On a dusty shelf, the laptop sits, untouched since his death. My hands tremble as I lift it. Sophie's warning echoes. He's dangerous. But so is the truth. The anonymous email glows on the screen. "Check the heart carved in the garden wall. Count 3 stones up, 2 across. The drawer he never opened. The key behind a loose brick." A pulse quickens in my chest. The carved heart from my childhood. The drawer he always kept locked. A breadcrumb trail designed for me. A floorboard creaks downstairs, too heavy to be the house settling. Someone's here. I hit print, snatch to paper, and fold it into my pocket just as footsteps climb the stairs. I edge toward the study door, heart hammering. What proof did Grandfather hide that was worth breaking in to find? Footsteps reach the landing. I kill the desk lamp, pressing myself against the wall. Tomorrow I'll follow the trail. But first, I have to survive tonight. The warehouse smells of mildew and rust, sharp and suffocating. I crouch behind a stack of rotting crates. Olivia and Sophie beside me, hearts pounding in sync. Through a narrow gap, I see Dad pacing the concrete floor, sweat glinting on his forehead under the harsh fluorescent lights. Time is slipping away. He snaps at the shadows around him. The feds are breathing down our necks, and that brat refuses to cooperate. A voice cuts through the tension. Vincent Delgado steps into the light. expensive suit stark against decay. You assured us this would be clean, Robert. But now there's a paper trail and whispers of investigation. My fingers tighten around the recording device in my pocket. Olivia's gentle touch reminds me to stay still. Dad's voice wavers for the first time. The house sale will fix everything. Vincent's words drip with menace. Your daughter holds the keys now, doesn't she? I swallow hard, realizing what's coming. Forged papers, fast-moving deadlines, the plan to make me complicit without my consent. Sophie stiffens beside me. I feel her fear as sharply as my own.
Minutes feel like hours. As they argue, voices rising and falling, shell companies and offshore accounts spilling into the open. Every word confirms what I feared. Dad's operation is bigger and darker than I imagined. When they finally leave, Olivia checks the feeds, Sophie pacing, restless. He's moving faster than we thought, Olivia says, scanning encrypted messages. I lean over her shoulder, heart hammering. How long? She points at timestamps. Hours, maybe less. They've got a buyer lined up for tomorrow morning. No, I won't let this happen. Grandfather trusted me with more than a house. He entrusted me with the truth, with justice. I stand, feeling the weight of generations on my shoulders, and know exactly what must be done. Later, in the quiet of Grandfather's study, I plan. Every detail from the emails, every hint from the journal, every whisper from Sophie and Olivia becomes a piece of a puzzle. Dad thinks he's 3 steps ahead. He doesn't know the truth, the secret trail Grandfather left for me to follow. And now, I finally do. Grandfather's study smells of old books in polished wood. I slip inside, journal clutched tightly, heart racing. Every creak of the floorboards feels like a warning. The trail of breadcrumbs in the anonymous email, the carved heart in the garden, the loose brick hiding a key. It all clicks together. The hidden compartment in the bookshelf yields the treasure. Grandfather's leather-bound journal, thick with meticulous notes, alongside a stack of documents exposing Dad's fraudulent empire. Sophie's whisper trembles in my ear. It's everything. Proof of every lie, every scheme. The weight of the journal feels like both a burden and a weapon. Grandfather had prepared me for this moment, leaving no chance for compromise. I memorized the key entries, the names, dates, and transactions. Dad's empire is vulnerable, and I have the tools to stop him. The next morning, we move fast. Olivia, poised and precise, lays out a plan to confront him legally and publicly. Sophie coordinates the evidence transfer, emails, recordings, financial trails, everything documented. There's no room for error. By afternoon, I stand before him. His practiced smile falters when he sees the journal in my hands. Emma, what is this? His voice is sharp but faltering. I step closer. This is everything Grandfather preserved. All your lies, all your schemes. And now the world will see it too. The storm clouds outside mirror the turmoil inside me. Dad lunges, voice full of rage and threats, but I remain steady. Sophie steps forward with a USB drive, Olivia ready with court filings. This isn't just about reclaiming the house. It's about justice, legacy, and truth. The courtroom feels electric, every eye fixed on us. Dad stands at the podium, composed but trembling underneath. I step forward, Grandfather's journal clutched to my chest, Olivia beside me, Sophie holding the USB drive.
Everything you see here, I say, voice steady, is proof. Proof of fraud, forgery, and money laundering. Proof of lies that nearly destroyed our family and this house. Gasps ripple through the room. Olivia projects the documents on the screen. Spreadsheets, emails, and forged contracts. Sophie uploads the encrypted evidence. Each detail hits like thunder. Offshore accounts, shell companies, intercepted messages. Dad's carefully built empire begins to crumble in real time. His face drains of color as Uncle Jason steps forward, shaking, eyes filled with shame. Emma's telling the truth, he admits. I helped create the forged documents. I did nothing to stop it. The judge's gavel echoes as Detective Hayes steps in to take Dad into custody. The charges are clear: money laundering, conspiracy, forgery, and fraud. Dad, once the man who ruled my world, is restrained, shoulders slumping in defeat.
I breathe, feeling the weight of everything my grandfather entrusted me. The house, the journal, the legacy, all preserved. Dawn spills through the restored stained glass, casting amber and sapphire across the foyer. I walk through the rooms, seeing the restored furniture, photographs, and heirlooms. The house feels alive again, no longer a fortress of secrets, but a place of learning, growth, and hope. Through the bay window, volunteers prepare the gardens. Wildflowers bloom where nothing grew for years. The rose bushes grandfather loved will bloom again next spring. I press my palm to the cool glass, watching a monarch butterfly drift across the sunlit garden. Sophie joins me, her voice quiet but certain. Ready for everything that comes next? I nod, a smile spreading across my face. Ready. The Carter legacy is safe, the truth revealed, and the work of rebuilding, of healing, has only just begun.